Tour Guide is absolutely essential to Mage. This deck looks like a lot of tempo with some burn. It looks like a good way to win. We're going to have good, consistent turns and kill people. Your Tour Guide, wouldn't that pair well with the Mana Feeder? Sure, if you always draw your combos together. Alright, we got a Hunter. The goal with Hunter is to murder them. I like the Sork plus Studies combo. I'd really like to find Devolving Missiles. I could keep Babbling Book, intending to go turn 1 Babbling Book, turn 2 Sork Studies. Or I could toss it and say, not that interested in a 1-mana 1/1 in this matchup, and I'm okay with going turn 1 coin Sork Studies. Because Hunter has a hard time killing this girl, so we should coin her out turn 1 to really capitalize on her. Turn 2 is Geomancer and Frostbolt. Like if he plays Egg here, I can trade in and full clear. So we're going to read that as Explosive Trap. Yes, Luna. Not so bad. Biggest minion, spend my mana. Look at this beautiful girl. You are trapped, Luna. Yes, you are. Let's see what Devolving Ping does, shall we? Pretty shit. Got kind of scammed there.
I'll show them.
This hero power looks pretty good, but then I have to cram session. I like the hero power of the Scientist. It could be Cat Trick, so I'm going to draw first. And I'll attack first because of Explosive. Jandis is pretty good on 5 mana. If I hero power, what's the other 3 mana? Hero power is really good.
You want to cast a spell? I want to cast a spell. Hey, loser! Job's done.
Yeah, Firebrand across 3, but with so many secrets up, I was a little bit nervous about Snipe.
Spells are fun. So fun.
Maybe I want to pick up this Pen Flinger because of Explosive right now.
Wasn't me. Spells are fun. So fun. The end.
No cat. It's one off lethal here. Portal kills him next turn, so I just beat D up with a barrier. Unleash Kill Command would not do it here. This game one seems super tough for the Hunter to win. A lot went his way, and it still just didn't look that close for him.
If power is what you seek, knowledge is what I provide.
Ooh, secrets are powerful. I would not say the same thing about the other two, so. Secret Mage it is. Now, Shock Troops is a little bit better in Mage than most decks. But I think the Path to Power is more what we want to be doing. But you could end up getting 4 Ragnarai. Wouldn't that be great? Oh my god, that would be amazing. 4 Ragnarai? That sounds impossible to lose with. But what about my Path to Power, though? Seems like it's going to fit my curve a little bit better. Be a little more flexible. Tour Guide on 1, and then let's find a turn 2, shall we? Alright, secrets. Do we get any tempo? Some, but not much. Do I ping my own tour guide? No. We'll ping Hunter minions. It'll be great. Biggest minion? All face. Devolving missiles is pretty tough for Hunter to deal with. They fall so far behind and then they die so quickly. Biggest minion? All face. Man, I'm good at this game.
Such big teeth I have. The better to eat you with.
Do I want to use the pen flanger? Doesn't really matter, we win either way. No, this looked like a very close game. Remember how last game I said it kind of looked close, but that's because things went really badly? This is what it looks like when things don't go really badly for the Mage. The Hunter gets brutally murdered. Some people call Hunter the best class, but if you're trying to beat Hunter, you're probably going to beat the Hunter. It's beatable.
I'll give you an A field study. I must return to the field.
You don't have to go run around playing Mage Hunter to beat Hunter either. You could just play some pretty decent cards. Okay, so what are we doing with these buckets? All 3 buckets look pretty reasonable to me. All else equal, I suppose I want to win the board. Early tempo is king. And that's this bucket. Early minions plus early secrets win the board. When you have the board, you get to control the hero power, stay ahead on the board, push damage, win the game. Good stuff. Froggers Poggers, thanks for helping me get my daily exercise. 5 more steps gets me to 30 out of 100. Alright, we're playing against the Warlock. I love this one drop. What if he has silverware? Bone in my bag, we have coin hero power. So the question is, what if he opens with silverware golem? Maybe I'd go initiate coin studies so that my 3-2 contests. You could keep cram session there, but I just really want to be playing minions in the early turns. Cram session's later. So he gets spell mana. That's really powerful. I'm jealous. Do I get any cats? Oh. Okay, so if he trades, horrible things happen to him. This hand would like to keep the coin for 5 drops. You could coin Primordial Studies, try and hit the lab partner to proc the open the cages immediately. The coin wants to be saved for a 5 drop, but it's more important to get murdery now. Trading looks pretty responsible. School spirits. So this means open the cages is going off. Arcane missiles looks pretty powerful. So does hero power. This looks like a good spot for maximum tempo.
Someday I'll be just like you. Let's make magic.
Should I do any attacks before missiles? Probably not. We want to see the random effect outcome and then we'll make our decisions. I've decided that random effect outcome sucked. One reason to trade would be board space for Snake Trap. If we top decks AoE here, I get pretty blown out. Oh, what the fuck? Eater of Secrets. Got a memer on our hands. So he gave up on Cthulhu there, so we could go for a control/fatigue game plan at this point. We don't have to try and be aggressive here if we don't want.
You don't pick the wands.
You don't recall Buckets ever giving Eater of Secrets? It can happen. It's like Trickery or something. It'll show a bunch of tech cards. Mischief Makers, I think. But it's pretty rare. It's possible that he just teched in that Eater of Secrets to try and get those Secret Hunters. I don't know. But yeah, I think it's called Mischief Makers. It'll show you a bunch of crappy tech cards like Eater of Secrets. So he hit the Philosophy there, which means the game plan of fatiguing him got a lot harder because double kill mocks. But, I mean, burning him out also got a lot harder. We're kind of stuck in between the two. You think he got the Mischief Maker bucket because he runs Acidic Swamp Ooze in his deck? That makes a lot of sense, Morozny. I buy it.
I taste
was kind of hoping to not have to play Roz in a spot like this. Bean Face is pretty good in general, but in a spot where he has double Killmox in hand, maybe we'll just see what the Wand Thief offers.
Here for the tour?
I don't think we care that much about the mana.
Feeling dizzy? To hurry.
It just didn't seem like the time for face damage here. It's such a Killmox turn for him. His life total is going to be so high. We're kind of stuck playing a value control game. Oof. Alright, I'm giving up on any semblance of tempo or pressure, aren't I? No.
True mastery takes dedication.
Vaporize deals more damage to Killmox? Potentially, but it gives me less options. Like, it removes my potential threat on his life in some scenarios. And a lot of times Fireball's enough to deal with the Killmox. Also, they can play around Vaporize by connecting other minions. So, just a number of issues there.
You want to cast a spell? I want to cast a spell.
How's Hearthstone been recently? Pretty good. Pretty good. They just had a patch today. Bit of Battlegrounds and standard stuff. I'm playing Duels because I happen to enjoy that a bit more. But I think all three game modes are enjoyable in the right dosage. Not too much. I pay for a duel run the same way as Arena? Yes, I do. Technically, you have the option of playing Duels for free and not getting prizes, but, I mean, it costs 150 gold to enter, and I get more than my money's worth out of that, right? Because I'm pretty experienced. I tend to win more than I lose. Duels, paying the 150 gold entry for Duels tends to farm a little bit of value on average, assuming you value packs. We're going to greed for the ping here. Value good, not tempo. Tempo? Bad. We need value. I play Standard ever? I played a game of Standard today. I might play another. Goodbye, boys. I'll miss you. Play a game of Wild ever? Yeah. A little bit of Raza Priest here and there. Maybe some other meme decks. Probably not meme decks. Probably try-hard decks. Who am I kidding? I like winning. I can't corrupt the ring toss anymore. You're right, because it's already corrupted. You can only corrupt this card once, as is true of most corrupt cards. Wait, why would he eat the 3/3 and not the 2/1? Because he wanted 1 extra face damage? Crazy. So the turn is Fireball, Sneaky, Delinquent, and there's a 3/2 up. Good job, Counterspell. Tolerable job, Mirror Entity. He needs to kill me with Killmox. Do I want to tempo the lab partner, or is the spell damage more valuable? I think the spell damage is more valuable because I could draw a cram session.
No more cards.
No rush for me. You're the one taking fatigue ticks, buddy. Oh, shit. Here we go. That's a 15 on the Killmox. I'm getting nervous, chat. 4 is 10, huh?
Hey, loser! Oh, it says explode! It wasn't me!
Fucking missed a mana worm because I'm so stupid. It's not 6 plus 4, it's 7 plus 4.
It's a hurry.
I think I'm actually dying to that Killmox too.
Hey, loser! It wasn't me! I don't have time for this.
That's sad. Definitely was not expecting the Twisting Nether and Deathwing text at the end there. Okay. Clockwork Assistant and Mind Apocalypse. Neither is really that great. So let's just have the out to hit hilt, shall we? And these look like the playables. Okay, Rogue. How's Wand of Dueling versus Rogue? Pretty bad card in general. Let's find some one-drop action.
Hello. What is it you ask?
Ew. It's all garbage, so we take the cheap one. Did Oh My Yogg just switch prep into prep? Oh no, prep into first day. Okay.
Almost out of time. Unintended consequence.
Good job, Explosive Trap. Good job.
Unintended consequences.
So the hero power is 2 mana for 4 health worth of tempo. Pretty solid. What the fuck is that?
Blood and plunder.
Alright, anything bad happen? This Ogre Magi looks like my biggest minion. What do you think, chat? Could Penflinger cram session?
I'm not ready.
A little something I whipped up.
Oof. That was nasty. That was nasty. So Penflinger ping's pretty good, and that leaves me 1 mana to float, which is not very good. And then the 3/3 value trades my mana worm. Ugh. Or the weapon value trades my mana worm. Horrible. Maybe we just have to accept this. It's our life now. Needs the 4 mana to remove a 3 mana card that already got value from +2 attack. Terrible. Why almost no streamer play this mode? It's so nice to watch. I mean, good question. I don't know. I think it's possible that not that many viewers share your perspective that this mode is so nice to watch. From what I've seen of Duels streams is they don't get a ton of viewership. Different people are different. Just because something's nice for you doesn't mean it's nice for other people. Alright, Jandis looks like my biggest minion. Everything else looks stupid, right? Yeah, this good old biggest minion. It's pretty good. Sap is the reason we put that guy down to 1 health. I'm glad that bit of thought got rewarded.
Almost out of time.
What's the play here? This is all kind of yucky. I think when everything's yucky, you're supposed to play your biggest minions. Let's see what this babbling book has for me. That'll be nice next turn. We could corrupt that guy, I suppose. Now we have Fireland's Portal. Let's do a slow turn. We'll set up for in the future we might do some kind of Sork Apprentice turn. It's like Fireland's Portal and then on 7 and then on 8 Carousel. All kind of sketchy. Potion's the sketchiest of them all, but when I have Sork, Wandmaker, Penflinger, it's just a little bit too fun for me to pass on, even though it's completely irresponsible and likely to get me murdered. Ugh, it looks like my greedy pick is gonna get super punished. Completely bad. Boop. Ping. We need 3 damage. Mirror image would be the nuts here.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Oh, it says explode!
Probably dead.
You don't pick the one.
I think I underestimated this rogue's aggression, got way too greedy, and got murdered. Let's see, the early game was terrible for me. If this potion had been one of the other cards instead, like Counterspell, I'm still probably getting murdered there. So I think if I had done things differently, I don't know if it's enough, but I still don't love, like game sense wise, I should have been more afraid and protecting my life total. Draw last mistake. Well, the advantage to this order actually was buffing the mana worm. There's no guarantees that we draw a Tour Guide Frostbolt. So either way, somebody's going to say order lull. Okay, bucket wise, Frost is way too reactive. I like playing minions on curve. Is Firelands on the 3/3 and trade the rest bad? That sounds like a good suggestion.
What can I say?
That sounds like it'd be an improvement in Tempest Shade, right? I like that play. This looks like a good early curve. Spell damage priest. So his Holy Nova and Breath of the Infinite do 3 damage to clear my mana worms and lab partners. Horrible secrets. Do I want to have the option to ping my minion? I'd rather have the option to value trade his minion.
It says explode.
We're not in a rush to pressure his life total. It's a slow value game.
Safety third.
Malagos. Although Priest can steal your Malagos, so maybe the 5-mana 4/4 Discover spell would be the nuts. It's not too weak to him stealing it, but it generates value in hand, so we don't run out of value. Keep going. Maybe it's time to ping my Babbling Book.
You want to cast a spell? I want to cast a spell.
And I'll skip 1 damage here. Make it a little bit harder for him to draw cards. Yep, there's that spell damage doing exactly what I said it did. Hurts. It's a value-heavy matchup, so do we go for the Kobold? Or is that too shitty? With the Combustion, be 6 mana. With the Ping, it'd be 8 mana. Let's take the good one. This game's looking rough for me. Do I like the nerfs? To be honest, they haven't had too much of an impact on me, but they generally seem like a good thing, yeah. Boy, I feel screwed.
First kill.
Their own Shadow Madness, like. I don't want to overextend into AoE. And I'd like this lab partner to draw a card off of Cram Session. But I did want to go for some amount of pressure. Because sitting around doing nothing feels like he is just the better late game deck. So I have to put some questions on him. Like, hey, can you deal with this? Why not ping Morgan? Because of Shadow Madness, like I said, as I was doing it. Is he baiting me into overextending? Maybe, but it looks like jamming all in and praying it works is probably my best chance.
It says explode.
Okay, we didn't quite go all in.
Blessed be this funnel cake.
No, it looks like he really doesn't have an answer to this board. That's pretty nice. We can get like a devolving missiles here.
You don't pick the wands.
Got a board space issue for this Sork Apprentice. This is gonna be doing 6. Sometimes more. Alright, Sork Apprentice can hold. I want the spell damage. Sorry, I want the card draw.
Hurry!
Safety third.
clears and heals, and I lose horribly. But maybe not. Maybe I win. He keeps somehow not having the AoE clear with a full hand over there, which is just such a blessing. That looks desperate. Oh. Wow. I was so terrified that game. Really felt like I was doomed. Now, Robes of the Magi is super rare, so I'm inclined to pick it. And it's super cool with Cram Session. 2 mana, draw 4. Scepter of Summoning does nothing, and Hagatha's Embrace is not particularly powerful, and not particularly rare, and not particularly cool. So, Robes of the Magi it is. I think this is my first time ever getting this. I don't think it's that crazy powerful, but it's pretty damn cool. So triple spell damage is nutty on Arcane Blast, not so much on the other two. It's great on Combustion, not some. It's pretty good on Steward too. Path to Power is generally the good one here, but Primordial Studies gets suspect. But I do like the Arcane Blast Azure Drake. Kona Cold applies the triple spell damage with AoE, so that's nice. Combustion sort of does too. But I think Arcane Blast Azure Drake's where I want to be. Triple spell damage. So Ra's Frost Whisper gets super good. Cram Session gets super good. We keep the 1-drop, 2-drop, and the Devolving Missiles because he's a hunter. We have a Proactive Curve and a good, an exceptionally good reactive card for the matchup. Stealth Reborn. Thankfully, Devolving Missiles goes right past all that nonsense. So Hunter has a hard time interacting with my minions, so let's just point out some pressure. Especially with Redemption protecting it. How do I defeat Q Anxiety? Oh, don't defeat Q Anxiety. Just let it beat you, and then wallow in shame over it. Stealth Reborn. Explosive. Freezing.
You don't pick the wands.
Snipe. Brain Freeze for 6. I didn't really want to run my girl into a freezing. Did not seem worth. Excellent news. We figured out what the secret does.
The wand picks me.
Oh, this Redemption Snake Trap's gonna be some horrible news for Team Chris ML. Oh, these secrets are a slaughtering here. Good lord, look what these secrets are doing this game. Some games they do nothing, like against that priest, but this game, my god. Yeah. That's right, my passive was insane. Alright, so he would want to pick Explosive Trap here. Maybe I'll hedge a little bit before I proc it. Oh, that feeling when it's not Explosive Trap, that is a good feeling.
First
The wand picks you.
Hunter getting hit in the face. He's looking a little low on life points. Fireball for 9. Fog of Chest, thanks for subbing. Help me get my daily exercise. 5 more chin-ups to get me to 35. As for what are the strongest duels classes are these days, a lot of people say Hunter's #1, but I think the truth is if you build your deck aggressively, you're very favored against Hunter. So maybe Demon Hunter's #1. I think the best answer is Team America, the Twitch streamer, probably plays more duels than anyone I know. So I would check out his channel and see what he has to say. But as a starting point, Demon Hunter is definitely very powerful, and Death Rattle Hunter is as well. With Demon Hunter playing more like a control deck, and Demon Hunter playing like an aggro deck, and Hunter playing like a control deck, because its hero power generates value, but it's slow and vulnerable to getting smorched down. So if there's an explosive trap, it's going to suck. But this turn, we have to attack to try to win the game. And then we'll probably play Steward after. Darn. Ah, it's never snipe. That one goes face for a lot of his life points. Fucking snipe. A lot of his life points, though. This is 16. We really don't need to get a whole lot more done to lethal him here. Alright, let's get those chin-ups done.
Oh, it says explode.
If that connected, we would have pinged and the fireball would be lethal next turn. Now we still ping and the fireball is lethal next turn. Unless he kills the lab partner. In which case it takes us 2 turns of pings to kill him with the fireball. Are you taking it hard? I'm upset by the stream title. Oh, are you taking it harder than Grandma? That was great, Bob. That's really great. Alright. Killing people, also great. Morg. Why do people think Hunter's a good class? Because it is. It is slow. I wouldn't call it unstable. I wouldn't say it relies on RNG. That might have to do with you. Flame Ward's not bad with triple spell damage. Neither is Cinderstorm. Evolving Missile's not bad either. You needed good passives and good buckets. It's debatable. I mean, to an extent, every class needs to hit good passives and good buckets. Those informants aren't going to be very good for him against my worm bolts. 2 mana draw 4. Good lord. Snakes. Good job, Secrets. My first passive gave me 3/3 of tempo this early in the game. That is splendid work.
You don't pick the wands.
Rush Battle Cry. Man, remember when double battle cries on Informant Rogue was a good thing? They have a good hike. The hike plan pivoted into a run so that I would have time to hang out with Firebat. And yeah, that was fun. Then I went for a walk late at night. It was cold. But I think it was better than the alternatives. New America rated Hunter as tier 2. I think that's valid. It's kind of in flux. Like, really, like, what's the best? It kind of depends on what other people are doing. And that Duels is not super refined. because it doesn't get a lot of attention from streamers, so it doesn't get a lot of attention from players, and just like the less people do something, the less well we know it. I want stats in play.
Let's make magic.
Boy, this guy looks really fucked. G Whimsical, thanks so much for helping me get my daily exercise. 5 more chin-ups gets me to 40. Essex, thank you for helping me get my daily exercise. 5 more chin-ups gets me to 45. I'll do pull-ups this time. A little variety's a good thing.
Almost out of time.
That feeling when your double battle cries don't proc and only the first minion gets the rush.
Unintended consequences.
Yeah. It's brutal out there, homie. Your class got deleted. Do you and Firebat still live together? Yeah. We're gonna get engaged any day now. I keep telling myself he's totally gonna propose to me. What changed about informants to make them bad? Well, they used to have a battle cry that was good, and then they took that away for some reason. Didn't make a lot of sense to me, but it's probably based on the upcoming balance patch. Who knows? There's gonna be a big hype balance patch for Duels alongside a rating reset in about 2 or 3 weeks.
Almost out of time.
Close. Very close. Now the triple spell damage has been pretty good. Rogue was too strong with Bandabees. Yeah, it was pretty gross. But things are supposed to be too strong when they high roll, right? I don't know. Okay. So I have triple spell damage. We probably don't need removal. Triple spell damage does a pretty good job of that. Canopic Jars, it's not that easy to be that ahead on board. Ancient Reflections is probably the good one. 1/1 copies of what? Board full of Sork Apprentices. Board full of Raz Frost Whispers that all have triple spell damage. Ooh, there's the dream. I have +3 spell damage from Robe of the Magi. That makes Raz do 4 damage to everything at end of turn, and then you Ancient Reflections. You go Raz, Ancient Reflections. That's the Pog play. Okay, so empty buckets are pretty much always the nuts. But when you see a 2-mana draw 4, that's even better. Like, this is 0 mana draw 1, 0 mana draw 1, 0 mana draw 1, right? But this is 2 mana draw 4. So if you look at the buckets as a whole, this is draw 3 cards. This is draw 4 cards, kill a minion, and make a 1/3. Now, so for 4 extra mana, I draw an extra card, make an extra 1/3, and kill an extra minion. Seems better to me. Cram Sessions. Pretty damn hard to pass when you have triple spell damage. Okay, let's think this through. Storm Hunter. Is he a guy I've played before? Probably not. I have triple spell damage. So Arcane Blast kills something for 1 mana. Primordial Studies sucks. I don't think we want to kill something this early, but I think I'm going to keep this 4-drop because he's going to play Death Rattles, and I'd like a full board of Death Rattles for 4 mana. That sounds OP. He's got secrets too, huh? He's got goggles and secrets. That's kind of spooky. Ooh, my secrets are pink. Book or tour guide?
You want to cast a spell? I want to cast a spell.
Snipe, Repentance. Nice, we got one. This is pretty good with triple spell. It's a bad card, but when you had triple spell damage, suddenly it's a good card. If you do 10 chin-ups non-stop, I'll sub X3. I tell you what, you sub X3 and I'll do 11 chin-ups non-stop.
Spells are fun. So fun.
Do I ping my own tour guide? Nah. Alright, Silverish, thanks so much for gifting those subs. I mean, I'd probably just do 15 for that. Give me a second. I gotta think through this turn.
Your tour ends here.
Not bad, no complaints here. That's pretty okay with me. Alright. 45 plus 15, that'll get me to 60. Thank you so much, Silverish.
Better be something good.
Okay. So do I Ancient Reflections my egg here? I get 6 1/1s, the Death Rattle into 4 4s. Yeah. Yeah, I do. It's what it's for. I have a board space issue, but we can just play Cone of Cold. Pop some eggs, beat him up with some 4 4s, cock his board. It's gonna be great.
This document looks legally binding.
Where do you find the jokes for your stream titles? That's an excellent question, Aladdin. What I do is I use my brain to get the jokes via stealing them from the internet. Okay. I'm still board locked, which is a tragedy. Might have to settle for hitting him for 18 or something. This board's good enough. He can keep his Harvest Golem. I want to have stuff in hand in case he, like, top decks Wand or something. I don't know. Yeah, I'd rather Arcane Blast the taunt. I just don't want to Arcane Blast some stupid 2-3 I do not care about. What's the 2-3 gonna do? Give me board space? Put me on an 11-turn clock? Go ahead. I think I'm a little light on value here. Go for some card draw. Silverich, thanks so much for that prime. Help me get my daily exercise. 5 more chin-ups, up to 65.
I'm a
Spell damage has been pretty excellent, huh?